All right, let me bring him on. We've been talking for the last few months about wanting to do this segment. There he is, Russell Butler, dancing UPS man. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, Monica. How are you this morning?
I am fantastic. You and I are both faith based, and I'm so glad that we finally made this happen. But I truly believe it was in God's time.
I couldn't agree more. It's all his timing, right? It's not ours.
No, absolutely, absolutely not. So we're going to talk about Russell's life. We're going to say how in the world he ever became this incredible viral sensation and the struggles that he's gone through, but how he has overcome. So first of all, you're in Texas, right?
I'm in Texas. That's right, Monica.
And so
I'm in the panhandle, kind of the armpit of Texas.
do you have deodorant on, I hope?
I got it. I got it.
So, Russell, I've watched some videos of some really great shows that you've been on. And then also, I went back and dug into the archives and watched some videos of you really opening up. And I just want to start with that. So, you've gone through a lot of struggles, which is really what you put out there, helping a lot of men be okay with saying that they're not okay. When you were in your young 20s, you suffered through addiction of alcohol and drugs and just really the demons that you dealt with. You also had loss to a best friend of yours, and you went through thoughts of taking your own life. How do you come out of that darkness? Because we've talked about a lot of these things on the show, and there are people right now that might be listening that are in the exact same state that you used to be in. How do you come out of that?
Right, Monica. Yeah, when I was 21, 22, I was living with my parents, just kind of floating in existence. And yeah, that's when I first experienced depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts. So honestly, for me, Monica, going back to faith, right? So I don't know if you saw, I recently did an interview with Bill Courtney on Army of Normal Folks, and
Yes.
we dug into that. And literally, Monica, I'll never forget going through months and months of depression, anxiety, and you know, I sat on my bed, gun in hand, and I just like literally in that moment cried out to God, like if this is gonna be my life, I can't do it. So I mean, between my faith, like in that moment, my faith just blossomed, and then from there, it was all about. For me, I'm very holistic, and I started digging into breath work, cold plunges, exercise. I mean, being in the sun. I mean, the basic things that we take for granted to heal yourself.
Yep. Well, and
So,
you also started posting recently, which I love this. You talked about doing floats. Can you tell everybody what that's done for you?
oh my gosh, Monica, I never in a million years did I expect to get out of that float tank and feel like a very euphoric feeling immediately after getting out. So again, I had a lot of questions about that. If you're kind of claustrophobic, they can keep it partially open, but like I say, like it's just a feeling of deep meditation without you having to just sit there and meditate. Just close your eyes and, get out of your head for a little bit.
If you're just tuning in, Russell Butler is our guest in our first half hour, the dancing UPS man. We're talking about the life that he came from. If you look back October, I believe it was October 29th, 2008, when you lost your best friend, and your wife actually came in, you were taking a nap and told you that it was lunchtime. And at that moment, he decided that he was no longer worthy of this world. One of the things I saw in an interview that you did was stating that you needed to know your worth or your value. It is literally the mantra I have every day. What was the aha moment for you? You started hearing the song Amazing Grace. All these things were around that God chose to save you. And I'm so glad that he did, that he told you that you are valuable. I know you wish you could have intervened with your friend to let him know just how valuable he was. But what can you say to those people that were in the place that Heath was, or in the place that you were, that you no longer are?
Well, once again, Monica, for me, it all goes back to, faith in something bigger than yourself. And the moment I hit my knees and just cried out to God, again, I can't explain the feeling that came over me in that moment. So, having faith in God and something bigger than me to show me the light inside of me to give to the world. And that's so my belief in this life is we're all created for a purpose, right? And it was kind of one of those aha in that moment. He showed me you are worth more than this, and that's your duty on this planet, is to show other people their worth.
Oh, absolutely. And you got the aha moment from God of, I'm going to save you. I'm going to show you how valuable you are, and you're going to change the world for millions. And when we say that that's happened for him, it has 1.2 million followers on Instagram. He has 1.6 million on TikTok. And I can't wait for people to see this interview that follow you so that they can truly hear just how important their life is. And you're doing that all through dance. How did the dance thing happen, Russell?
Yeah, yeah, Monica. Obviously, I get that question a lot. When I was a little dude, 5 years old, right? So my mom and dad were both very much into music. So were both of my older brothers. But I'll never forget. At 5 years old, my mom would have Marvin Gaye or Sam Cooke or some Elvis, somebody playing in the kitchen while she cooked dinner. And yeah, she would just bring me in the kitchen with her and grab me by the hand, and I'd start dancing with mom.
You and I must have had a very similar life. My mom and dad were champion swing and jitterbug dancers, so I grew up listening to Motown, and my friends in grade school would be like, "What kind of music are you listening to?" I'm like, "Never mind. It's like so out of you. I'm an old soul." And sounds like you are as well.
Yeah. So,
So,
and that's what's funny, Monica. So, like, mom was old school hip hop or soul. Dad was country when country wasn't cool. And then my older brothers, it was all the genres, right? So, 80s rock, MC Hammer, Michael Jackson. And yeah, I basically just took it from there and ran with it.
So we're looking at some of the videos that again have gone viral. There are so many. One of the ones that I first came across when I first found you was the Whitney Houston one, and then also
Yes.
the Michael Jackson, where you just start out and it's like snap, snap. So choreographing these, how long does it take for you to put some of these videos together?
uh, I li- I literally just put like a song will come to me. I put my phone up.
And that's
First,
it?
that's it.
What?
That's it.
Wow, because I had somebody on a handful of months ago, and she does all these wonderful songs that she sings, and people ask her to do another one, another one. She's so talented, but she's like, Monica, you would laugh to see how many takes and all the outtakes, and that could be its own thing. So you just feel it, do it, and it's a one take. You're a one take butler.
That's it. That's it.
Do you
So,
have a favorite?
I would have to say my personal favorite is Whitney Houston as well. Like
Yep.
that's one of those jams. Like every time I hear it, it just hits me, and let's go.
So you first did this though during the pandemic. You put a video out there. Did you go to sleep and then wake up and it had 3.7 million views?
That's exactly how it happened. Uh, Yeah, so that's the deal, Monica. Like, like I always say, I never want to take anything away from the severity of COVID and how it impacted the world, our country, families. Like, it was, a very serious time for everyone. Um, but it was just one of those things. Like, every time you turn on the news, that's all anybody heard or talked about. So, basically my whole mission was, can we change the conversation a little bit? Can we smile again? Can we laugh again? Can we have some fun?
And you have been. What is the greatest thing that you feel your dancing, your joy that you've brought people has done for the world? Because you have so many people that are following you. I love the comments. People saying, "Oh, this is why my package has been late." I'm okay with that. How do I get on his route?
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, like the comments that always make my day are the ones that, I've been in a dark place and your videos literally at least brighten my day for 15 seconds of my day. Like that's the whole point.
Yep. What is your favorite dance move that you have been working on?
So, okay, so two of my favorite dancers of all time, obviously Michael Jackson. Well, I'll make it three: Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, and Genuine.
Mhm.
So if you watch all three of those guys, their footwork is impeccable, right? So that's what I try to master is just footwork.
Your footwork's incredible, but I want to know if you've ever twisted an ankle because with some of those you just like roll on your foot. I'm like, he's gonna hurt himself.
That honestly, that's a good question, Monica. And I'm pretty sure one night when me and a group of friends were out, I'm pretty sure I broke my ankle, but I didn't go have it looked at. So yes, so
Yeah.
yes.
Oh my gosh, you do some incredible footwork for sure. So you have children. I want to know what your kids think about you blowing up on social media because this is really their generation, right? We're all on it, but this is what they know. This is how they get their news. This is how they live their lives. And then there's their dad. How old are your kids?
So my oldest is 11. My middle, so Tristan, Eli, and Heston. My oldest is 11. Eli is 6, and Heston is 3.
Okay, so what do they say about dad being such a huge hit on Instagram, on TikTok?
Well, it's funny, Monica. My oldest will go to school, and his friends are like, "Dude, I didn't know your dad's famous, bro." But it's funny. Some days they'll sit there and they'll watch my videos and laugh, and we'll and honestly, I like to tell them just like my mom told me, like express yourself. My Eli was in my living room just last night dancing away. So
Do you? Oh, I didn't ask that. I haven't seen them. Have you had them in any videos dancing with you?
um, I did initially, Monica. Um, since posting just a few videos and pictures of them, though, as you know, there are some evil people out there trying to use me and my kids for their personal gain.
Yep.
So I had to stop posting them altogether.
Yep, we definitely want to protect because what he's doing is what we need more of, more happiness, more joy, more possibilities of coming out of the darkness. But we're going to talk about some things that he's gone through. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to look at your comments, any questions you have, and talk about how the evil is still out there. The demons are still out there. But how do you brush it off? How do you not let it affect you? And how do you not let them try to take over? Because they did. They really did try to take him down. And we'll let you know more about that. More with Russell Butler, the dancing UPS man, when we come back. Everyone knows about Jody's balls, and why is that?
I have the best ball.
Oh, wait. And welcome back again, The Real Monica Adams Show. I'm your host, Monica Adams. Thrilled to have our guest on, Russell Butler, the dancing UPS man. I'm hoping that you already knew about him. If you didn't, be sure to follow him. And we're dropping his actual accounts. And I say that because there have been some really mean people out there that have tried to use him for their own gain. And when did that start, by the way, Russell? And how many people have tried to do this to you?
Uh, Golly, Monica. I started noticing it once I hit 1 million followers on TikTok. But I mean, it has just it's gotten out of control, and that's my most upsetting thing is like none of these platforms do anything about it. Like, yes, I'm verified on Instagram, but I mean, I still have fake accounts popping up. So, I mean, at one point in time, and I know on TikTok, I probably have 100 fake accounts on TikTok.
Ugh,
So
infuriating.
it is. And I mean, like I say, there's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like, I feel like I have a God given purpose and mission to continue doing what I'm doing. So I can't allow that to affect me and my mindset and my mission.
Well, I know you had put a video out and we shared that right away and kept saying, everybody, let's let this particular video, along with his other ones, go viral to say, this is what you have to watch for. He will stress, this is my only account. You even had the blue check mark taken away for a little bit, didn't you?
I did, yes. And my Facebook, which got up to 144,000, it got shut down.
Yep.
So, it's just one of those things, Monica. Like, again, it's out. And that's another place I'm at in life is like, if I can't control it, I can't stress about it.
Yep. Amen.
So I try to focus on the positive and do what I can do to continue my mission.
If you didn't hear the beginning of our interview, we talked about the struggles that he came from, the addictions that he had. What do you think was going on in your mind at that time? Where do you think the demons came from? And how did you overcome the demons?
Well, I mean, honestly, Monica, so depression runs pretty deep on both sides of my mom and dad's, my family tree. Again, like I had no idea what depression and what anxiety was until about 21. So, you know, again, I feel God gives us obviously a brain, a body, a spirit. And at the time, I was just kind of living an aimless life, and compound that with drugs and alcohol. I mean, that just spirals your mind and spirit into a dark place.
Yep.
So,
And do you feel, are you ever scared? Do you have any fear, anxiety of that coming back?
um, I mean, quite honestly, I still battle anxiety from time to time, but again, daily prayer. So before we
Hmm.
hopped on this call, I mean, my morning routine, Monica, first thing in the morning, I pray, I meditate, I take a cold plunge, and I do my breath work, and that gets my mind set for the day.
Amen. It is literally, and that's what we try to stress. I never push faith on anyone, but without it, I just don't know how we can exist and thrive for that matter. I open my eyes and say, it is identical every morning, and then I add to it, thank you for the breath in my lungs and then a day here on earth. And then continue to say prayers for my husband, my mom, all those that matter. With this, my prayer continued to say, let Russell and I together save some lives. Moving forward, let's say something that allows all of you to understand, don't do it, don't pull the trigger, don't take the pills, don't think that you're not worthy, that the world would be better off without you, because it wouldn't be. You have so much to offer. Look at this man, look how his life turned around and what he's doing. You now have collaborated, and I hope there's more and more of these collaborations. You have your own coffee company that's collaborated with you. Tell us about that and what they're giving money to.
Uh, yeah. So, and it was kind of bad timing, Monica, but Snap Chill actually did sell, and I've been meaning to get on and talk about that. So they're in a transition period. But yes, my coffee will be officially launching again in a month. But
Okay.
it's all about giving back to St. Jude's. So I've done a few different fundraisers for St. Jude's, and by far the most impactful thing I've done since I've been doing this.
Well, and that's the biggest thing. So I used to work for WIL. I did mornings over at WIL, and we would regularly go to Memphis, walk the halls of St. Jude, and you just sit there and say, these kids should not be going through this. No one, obviously, do we ever want going through cancer, but you see these children and they have so much to give in life. They have so much, there's so much innocence there, but they have so much trust that they'll be able to come out of it. I love that you've teamed up with them. I was going to ask you what your greatest passion and mission you feel is. What's your greatest purpose do you feel in life?
To give back, period. And,
Hmm.
for me, again, yes, going to St. Jude and seeing those kiddos that are my youngest age, 3 years old, getting wheeled out of chemo, to be able to give back to those families and then to the mental health side of things, like just to be able to give love and hope to everybody who feels hopeless.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about a few other things. As you move forward and gain more and more and more, I just feel like, and I think I have a feeling just getting to know you a little bit that you would say, nope, that doesn't fit with my mission. Nope, this doesn't. I'm sure there's probably a lot of people that have come to you, asked you to put your name and your powerful following behind them. I'm sure you're going to be very picky on that.
I absolutely I have to be right.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I mean because obviously yes, everybody has to make money, but at the same time, I don't want to come across as it's all about money.
Right.
Um, and I've tried to explain that too. Is like I still my overall mission is to give back. Um, so yeah, I mean, come at me with your offer and we'll go from there.
Well, here's what I want to know because I don't know how UPS isn't using you in commercials. Like you think of Flow with Progressive. It's a no-brainer to me to have you that you don't want to do that or they don't want you to do it.
I'll pass on that question, but no, honestly, the CEO Carol Tomei, she wrote me a very kind letter saying thank you for being such a great brand ambassador. But as far as commercials, I've tried to pitch that as much as I can. I
Yeah.
don't know that they're in the spot that they want to do that.
Okay. Because to us, I think it just seems like such a no-brainer. Who knows? Manifestation. Put it out
They
there and maybe it works. I also think you've got to do something for teeth whitening or beautiful teeth because you have a stunning smile.
Well, thank you, Monica. Thank you.
I'm just
Hey,
winding these all up for you.
it's all about the whitening trays, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so here's what I want to know. If the song "A Little Bit of Monica," you know the song, right? If that would
Yeah.
come on, what kind of dance? Like "A Little Bit of Monica in My Life." What would you do to that? What would be your dance for that?
Put it on and let's find out.
Uh, we can't. They're gonna they would take us off the air if I actually played the song. Unfortunately, I can sing it for you.
Sing it.
Mambo number five. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. What you get people asking you on a daily basis, I'm sure, to do this song or that song. What's on the horizon for you of songs that you'll be doing maybe in the next couple of weeks?
Well, so Post Malone, if you happen to see this, you're my dude, and I love the fact that you talk about mental health as well.
Yep.
So today is going to be I Like You by Post Malone.
Oh, I love that. Have you had celebrities that have reached out to you that want to partner up with you?
As far as musicians, no. Like I've had a couple people in the golf world connect with me and just say they love what I'm doing. Um, Different celebrities, but not musicians. So I'm trying to get there.
Oh, you will. How about Dancing with the Stars or You Can Dance or any of those? That to me is also a no-brainer.
Yeah, yeah.
No?
There for a long time, I was tagging Dancing with the Stars on all of my posts, but hey, what like we were saying earlier, God's timing, right?
So here's what I think. So I did Dancing with the St. Louis Stars. Loved it. I've actually done a handful of competitions. I say that you and I do some type of a dancing competition and that we raise money, whether it be for St. Jude or we do something. I say we put that out there. Would you be wanting to do that?
I would love to.
So I need to come to Texas and practice with you.
Yes, let's go.
Let's do this. Okay, so everybody, again, I want you to follow Russell. I'd love to have him on the whole hour, but he's got to get off to work. You've been with UPS for how long?
7 years, Monica.
7 years. My brother worked for UPS and he just retired last year. He was there forever. Started package and then did over the road. Are you packaged and do you have any? And then do you have any aspirations to go higher in the company?
Um, Honestly, my goal is to be the marketing face for UPS.
I knew it. It's as if we put this together, but we didn't. To me, again, it just seems like it has to be a no-brainer to me. So again, we want you to follow Russell. We have his actual accounts, and we stress to make sure that you don't follow the wrong one, because there's some mean people out there that will try to get you to click on links and try to steal money from you, etc. That is not something that we want. We want you to be authentic. Here's the deal, because I know that you now know it. What size do you wear? I'm going to send you a jacket that says "Know Your Value" on it, so that you can wear it in some of your videos. What size are you?
Oh, Monica, I'm a medium.
Okay. You want blue or black?
Black.
Black. All right. We'll get that taken care of afterwards. What final message would you want to put out there to everybody that is getting joy from your dancing and is needing to hear your message today?
My biggest message, Monica, is please be kind. Be kind to the person in front of you. Just be kind, because again, when I was going through a dark place, like you truly don't know what the person in front of you is going through. So always lead with love and be kind.
Absolutely. And it's so crazy because I know you've never seen my show before, but that is literally the last two words out of my mouth. I end by always saying, you can be anything you have ever wanted to be in the world, but before you're anything, please be kind. It's the greatest thing that you can do with it. So it's crazy that you said that. Again, I wish you the absolute best. I'll be in touch with you for the jacket, for us to try to do this dancing thing. Just exciting things to come for sure. I love the fact that you are continuing to give back and spreading joy to the world. Excited to see what your kids get from you, what they gain from seeing such a incredible role model in you. And I love the fact that he started, in case you missed the first half hour, he talked about clean living. You became a personal trainer. Do you still do that?
I don't train people anymore. I would love to do that eventually again, Monica. That's another passion of mine. Again, it goes hand in hand, healthy body, healthy mind. So eventually I would like to, but I mean, as far as my exercise, every day.
Every day. You even use your truck and do pull-ups?
I do. I do. Yeah. If I don't have time to get it in, sometimes in the morning, I will definitely get it in on my lunch break.
That's the thing. During the pandemic, I did these Monica's motivational moments, and I said it can be done anywhere. There are no excuses. You can get down on the ground, do push-ups, go out to a park, work out outside, do the pull-ups on the truck, whatever you want to do. So you had some videos on YouTube. Somebody asked if you were on YouTube still, but I saw some videos in the past of you giving some exercises back when you were training.
Correct. Yeah. So I actually did launch a little
Hey guys,
online
Russell
thing
here.
on
I just want to
YouTube.
invite you into my world.
It was actually called Hippie Fit. Just, you don't, like you said, you don't need a gym. You just need body weight and get the right foods in your body, and you can transform your body in your home.
Yeah, there's a video that is right there that you can find on YouTube where he gives you some great ideas, doing little kettlebell training, things like that. But I love it. So, floating, meditation, prayer, the number one thing, hydrating yourself, right? Eating healthier, clean living, and just watch what happens in life. He completely turned his life around, and it's the same thing that can be on the docket for you. I absolutely love you. I knew I was going to, and I'm so glad we finally made this happen. Have a great day at work. Can't wait to see the Post Malone video and whatever else is to come. Everybody follow him again, TikTok, on Instagram. He does have the account on Facebook, but just make sure that you're following the right one. Russell, you are a dear, dear man, and I'm so glad that you are here and that God saved you. That's the greatest thing.
God bless you, Monica. You keep doing what you're doing. Shine your light.
You bet, my friend. Thank you so much. Truly, the greatest thing you can do in life is to be kind to another human being. God bless you all.